Let me stand in front of the car, man. You ready? Just stand right in front of the car? What am I gonna say? Like, today's video, we're gonna install BC Racing coilovers with Swift springs.
If you compared this spring with the same spring rate, but not Swift, it's double the weight.
Really?
Yeah. With the Swifts, you can go with a shorter shock body because they have less coils per inch than the standard spring. Because the material they're using, spring steel they're using, is far more consistent than standard spring material. So I guess the reasons to go with the Swift spring would be they also, when tested, have a range between like 3 to 5% measured to what they actually say on the spring, whereas other springs might deviate up to 15 to 20%. It's like getting reserve fuel. Might not be all fuel. If you go to the pump and you pump, like, might contain 15% ethanol. It might. Whereas the other pumps say might contain 10% ethanol. But those are the reasons. Like, this is a very light spring for being an 18K. Now let's look at, let's grab it, Jack. Let's take a look. You're telling me that's not that big of a difference?
Ooh, that is a big difference.
That's what I said. Oh my goodness. So let's disregard the fact that this one is longer as well. The reason why we can get away with a shorter spring and actually have the same amount of travel is because on the Swift springs we can run less coils because the material is so much better that you don't need to have this tight of a wind in order to have consistent spring pressure. So all in all, it's half the weight, it's shorter, so it's easier to adjust our collars and take it apart and put it together. This was kind of a pain.
So you didn't mention on
so
camera
many advantages.
that these are the exact same spring rate, just different material.
Yeah,
And they look way different.
This is gonna have a variance of like 3 to 5%. This is gonna have a variance of up to 15% on what it actually says. Not saying that whoever makes these sucks or anything, it's just the quality control that these companies work to as tolerances. Swifts are just much better. So that's why you should buy Swifts. I think they're like 220 US more, and pretty much any coilover company offers it, but BC Racing, get your Swifts if you want to have that performance advantage.
I thought they just looked cooler. They do look cooler. Thing on? Yeah. Okay, so we got the Bulldog rear diff in. We have a Winner's Performance rear quick change in right now. We're gonna swap them out. Now I'm gonna disassemble all these parts and we're gonna put the new diff in.
We have the Bulldog FDF Race Shop Quick Change. These are certified and rated for 1,500 horsepower. Forged and CNC machined end caps. I don't know if that's what they're called. These are the side plates, end caps. That's what I'm calling it. Which means that the threads inside that are here, that can normally strip really easily on the other cast style quick changes, are no longer going to strip because the threads are just way better. CNC machines and everything. They've got multiple options for filling and draining and even running coolers. They've also got an easy fill on the plate too, which is, I've never seen that before. Because they're rated for 1,500 horsepower, that means they got all the goods inside. So they've got the 35 spline output flanges inside of a billet spool with the Bulldog ring and pinion. And then the lower shaft is Vaxtramax. Max Verstappen lower shaft, Vasco Max 300 severe duty, meaning it's the strongest one that you can possibly get in a rear end. The price reflects how amazing these diffs are, but with all of the upgrades inside of this diff, it still ends up being less money than if you were to fully upgrade the competitor's diff. With all of that said, even the front actually, even the snout, I don't know if that's what that's called, this plate is also billet. It just all looks really sharp and good and sweet. The bolts are gold and the case is black, so it matches the Corvette extremely well. Not much more I can say about it. Other than that, I'm excited to run it and see it hold up to all of the jam that this car is going to make on the dyno. Turning the big rollers on our Mustang style dyno. It's going to be really cool to see. We're going to throw it in, carry this baby over. Of course, we got to weigh it. 281, 282. I think that means that it's light because 587. 87 pounds. This is 87 pounds. It's lighter. Wait, let me check mine. 87, that's light. 88 pounds. Same. 1 pound lighter. Need all the weight savings we can get. Yeah, 1 pound lighter. That probably honestly has to do with forged components. They're lighter and stronger. Awesome. Let's throw this baby in. Baby. What in the Corvette upper control arm bracket is that, Jack? You see that? So some people might look at that and be like, wow, what a nice alternator adjuster bracket you made. Little do they know, all of these parts are just on the shelf parts. So this is a Corvette upper control arm bracket. This is a handbrake spacer, and that's a 350Z dual caliper bracket spacer. Think about that. Yeah, not too many people have shelves with this many random parts, but when you put it all together, the brain gets going and is like, what can I use? Works out. Belt. I got the belts. It's a delicate process. I ordered a belt that I thought would be the perfect length, but holding the alternator as far away from the exhaust components as possible. It looks like it could have been a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch longer, unfortunately, but I did get it on. So it's just gonna be a pain if I ever wanna take it off. But it is on there, so. I did buy 2 of these as well. We're gonna run with it. It'll be good for the dyno, and then maybe I'll order 2 more belts that are 1/2 inch longer, and that way I know this is the shortest possible belt that can be run. And I can basically go from, I think it was 27 1/4. Really short. But anyways, success partially. It's a quad pass cooler. No, these are the Grassroots dual pass high performance coolers. You can use them for oil, power steering, all sorts of stuff. On my last car, I stacked them and then ran 2 little fans. Cute little things. So I'm doing the same thing on this. I'm offsetting them so that my fittings nicely wrap around. You can see the holes not really lined up. So anyways, we're welding this together. It accepts the little Panasonic 6-inch fans, and then this whole assembly bolts on an angle right just like that. These lines go here. Those lines are for oil. These ones are for power steering. That's it. Again, offsetting the driver's weight with all the accessories and stuff on the passenger side. So this will help tremendously. With me in the car, we should be really, really well balanced. So we got these from Smart Racing Products. These are ProForm wireless scales. We also have a string alignment kit and a camber gauge and a couple other things that are going to be really trick for aligning your car, weighing your car, corner balancing your car. We're just going to go for a straight up weight right now. I'm sure you can get a really quick idea of what the weight distribution is actually going to be, but right now we're literally just trying to see what we're weighing at before we send it away for a couple weeks so we can chew on that information. Let's go. Okay, so they do each need to be turned. No, we're good. Set that down, please. Okay, so lower it down. We gotta re-zero that one.
2350. And it's 24 on the nose. 2400? Yes, sir. 2400. 32? 2350. 69%.
Wow, that's light.
Let's go. Woo! 2365.
That is light. 2366. That is a light.
I was
car.
nowhere near.
There's nowhere
no
way we're putting. So this is cool. We're actually heavier on the passenger side because of all the stuff that I'm putting on that side. Yeah, we're slightly heavier on the passenger side, which I've been working hard on overloading, but this is not simulating all the oil, all the fluids, all the stuff. So easily 50 pounds in water, easily 30 to 40 in power steering and oil. I don't know about 500 pounds though. Like I assume this car would probably weigh around 2,800 complete, but it looks like we would need 424 pounds in order to get there, and I don't see where that's going to come from. But I said 300. I said we'd probably be 300 pounds more than what we're weighing right now. This is a 2,366 pound car. Tomorrow we're getting the car ready, and then I'm driving it to Josh's at FabMac Industries to get the wiring done. Wiring, there's an easy 50, 70 pounds in wiring, and the PMUs and all the ECUs and stuff. Quite a bit of weight going in there. Boy, is she ever light though? So far, it rolls. All right, so we cleaned out the trailer from a long year of racing last year in the US. It was filthy. But we now have the Corvette in, ready to go to FabMac Industries, where he's going to be doing the wiring and then ultimately the first initial fire up, and then the dyno, which is going to be the thing that we're all waiting for the most. After it comes back, our job is then to wrap, get delivery going, and install our HGK kit that we got from Drift HQ. Drift HQ is the wholesale distributor for HGK, so if you need anything from this company, you need to go through Drift HQ. I can't express enough how impressive this kit is. This door that I'm holding probably weighs no more than 4 pounds. And the original door, we do need to weigh both of them, and we will, not in this video. I'm gonna guess around 90 pounds to 100 pounds, and this is gonna be around 5. So the weight of this car, that is gonna be one of the advantages that we have. We just weighed it for a contest. They weighed in at 2366. Whoever guessed that, congratulations to you. Overall, I can't see us putting any more than 300 to 350 pounds on this car from this point. Meaning we're going to be at the 2,800 pound mark without a driver. So with a driver, probably sub 3, which is really, really impressive. That's going to stick us in at a really good tire size, 285. Depending on the company brand that we choose, a 285 tire would work really well on this car, making it the lightest and most nimble possible. So that's it. The car looks great. It's at its most complete stage it's ever been. Brakes are bled, clutch is done. You know, all it needs is fluids and wiring. So really excited to see that come together. Thanks Josh at FabMac Industries. The guys over there are gonna kill it, and I'm probably gonna drive up there on the weekend just to get more content, see more things, do some stuff with them. But for the most part, it's in their hands now. So I built this car 100% in-house with my guys and by myself, and it's been a journey. It's been really difficult to balance everything. My son's riding around on his bike right now, so balancing that with kids and running this business, not easy, no time. early mornings, late nights. Thank you guys for watching, and the continued support is really, really helpful. The analytics show that our views and you guys supporting us are super impressive for the amount of subscribers that we actually have. The views are insane. So thank you guys again. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that button for us, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Extra max something. Max Verstappen lower shaft.